Morning, folks. I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters in the Pathfinder School. I'm down here at the Pathfinder Outdoor Classroom, and I'm kind of unpacking and rearranging things from the huge mess I have from back-to-back trips these last couple of weeks, and that's really why I haven't posted very much on the channel. I went down to HangCon in Florida, the 2025 HangCon. Fantastic event, probably 500 hammock campers at that event. Lots and lots of people that I was looking forward to meeting, from Derek Hansen, who wrote The Ultimate Hang, to Shug of YouTube fame for hammock camping and things like that. And I drove my Jeep down there, took my trailer with the rooftop tent down. I stayed in Tennessee at a park the first night, completely deserted, 9 degrees. It was awesome. I was the only person in the entire park. And then the second night on the way down, I slept in Georgia. It was about 22 degrees that night when I woke up in the morning, and there was one other person in the park that was not too far away from me at that park. So we just did a little car camping on the way down. And then we parked by the swamp down there in Florida at HangCon. It was pretty cold down there too. It was in the 30s at night. Cold for, this time of year in Florida for sure. It was in the 30s at night, and recently they've had snow since I left, because I went from HangCon back to Ohio and then out to Las Vegas for SHOT Show. And they had a bunch of snow in North Florida, not too far from where I was after we left. And I drove back in some really crappy weather along the Appalachian Highway there, the Turnpike, the Appalachian Turnpike. That weather was really crappy when I came back. So it was a mess, but the Jeep did fine, trailer did fine. Everything worked out great. So then I went to Vegas for SHOT Show. And the reason I go to SHOT Show, generally speaking, is to not only do follow-ups with people that I work with, but also to meet people I've worked with that maybe I've never met before that may have a booth at SHOT Show, things like that, and also to curate new items for Self-Reliance Outfitters. Obviously, because I own an outfitting store online, and I do everything myself from, ultralight to lightweight camping to backpack camping to car camping to overlanding to, frontier style, old school, traditional camping. All of those things I love, and all of those things we sell on our website. So I try to curate the best products I can for the website. And one of the things that I'm concentrating on in 2025 is curating lots and lots of US made products by small cottage makers and things like that. And we feature a lot of those on our website now, especially with some of our Dyneema backpacks and bags and things like that. Badger Claw Leather Works is another small cottage maker, but we sell a lot of his stuff on our website. I've got a product I'm going to show you today that I'm working on with him that I'm pretty excited about. And then obviously developing new products as well for the Forge and things like that, and outsourcing products in different countries than we currently do. We're working on a lot of things for 2025. So there's some big things coming, and if you stay with me, I'll make those announcements as they come, because there are lots and lots of things in the works right now. What I want to talk to you about right now is I want to show you a couple kind of cool products. It's not anything that's for sale on my site right this second, but there are things that I'm working on with these makers to bring them to our website, and shortly they will be there. But they're cool products. Some of them are ultralight, some of them are traditional. So again, I'm spanning the entire genre of outdoor survival, bushcraft, camping, hunting, fishing. I'm trying to explore that whole genre to bring those things to our website so that we have an all-inclusive place for you to be able to shop, like a one-stop shop, to go along with, obviously, our now world-branded and world-famous cookware that is sold in about 17 countries worldwide. And we have distributors on 3 continents, I believe it is now, for our stainless steel cookware. And it's also sold in some major stores as well. And it's going to be sold in more major stores as 2025 goes along, if luck be with us. So with that said, let me talk to you guys about a couple products real quick. And again, not me trying to sell a product to you, because I don't even have them yet for the most part, but I want to show you them as we develop, so that you can kind of see the things that I look at and I'm interested in, and you can kind of give me your feedback and tell me, hey, that's really cool, or, not so much with that. I wouldn't want that thing. Then I wouldn't waste my time with it, obviously. But these are things that I've kind of handpicked, and I think they're going to be good. So let's talk about them one at a time real quick, and I'll show you a couple things. And this is just kind of a quick update on a Sunday, just getting back from SHOT Show yesterday, not having much content up, and I wanted to show you guys some things that I've done over the last couple weeks, things that I've worked on. One company I'm going to work with for sure that I haven't worked with in the past is Brunton Compass. They are made in the USA compasses. I met the owner of Brunton Compass. I met the new sales rep for Brunton Compass. He was already a fan. We talked quite at length at SHOT Show. I'm going to be working with Brunton Compass on a lot of things here in the very near future and be bringing Brunton Compasses made in the USA to my website. So again, that's one of those things where I'm trying to bring U.S. products to Self-Reliance Outfitters. Buck knives we already carry on our Pathfinder Knife Shop website. I'm going to be doing more with Buck knives here in the future. They have a Buck 105 knife that's called the Pathfinder that actually has outsold, according to what I've been told, the Buck 110 over history. So it's not a new knife. It's the Buck 105 Pathfinder. They've had it for a long, long time, but it just happens to have that name Pathfinder on it. It's a very nice looking hunting knife, and I looked at it this weekend, and they have a new traditional series of knives with nice wooden handles on them, on these fixed blade knives. So we're going to start carrying some more of those in the Pathfinder Knife Shop as well. So lots and lots of things going on. Let me share a couple things with you real fast. So one of the things I want to show you first is from Duluth Pack. And obviously we sell lots of Duluth Pack items on our website now. This is one that I've been working with Tom on to come up with something that is very traditional to the 1920s, 1930s, and could be used just as easily today, but could also be used if you're reenacting that time period or doing something like that. This gear would fit in perfectly because it doesn't have a bunch of logos and things all over it. And this is a Duluth 51 base pack, okay, which is made out of wax canvas, but it has all leather straps on it. Every strap on it and all the accoutrements are made out of leather. Instead of having those webbing straps, it has leather straps. It doesn't have any logos on the outside of it whatsoever. There's no Duluth patch, no Pathfinder patch, and there's one tag on it that says Duluth, Minnesota right here, made in the USA, okay? So I love selling Duluth products because they're bulletproof, right? They're made in the USA. They're guaranteed for life. They fit right in with my mentality. Yes, they are expensive, but again, you're buying something that you're going to have for a lifetime, one time, okay? So this is going to be the PF 1920, which will be a 1920s era style Duluth pack, okay? Now, to go with that, as far as traditional items go, something I've been working on with Badger Claw leather is a set of backpack straps for a bedroll. So basically, you'll take that same bedroll setup that you had before, and you'll remove the hand carry, and you'll put these backpack straps on it. And when you put this thing on, it rides just like a backpack at that point. So you can walk around with your bedroll on your back without any modifications or ropes and things like that. You have a set of dedicated backpack straps that are made out of the same crazy horse leather that he uses on the bedroll straps he currently makes. And again, these will come separate from the bedroll straps. So you'll buy the backpack straps after you've already purchased the bedroll straps. The difference is that bedroll strap comes with a shoulder sling and a handle that goes through those two belts. And the add-on to that will be a set of backpack straps, heavy-duty Crazy Horse backpack straps that are fully adjustable in length that just slide over the top of those bedroll straps currently, okay? That's a really nice setup too, and I really like it. So those are a couple traditional things I'm working on right at the moment, okay? Now, I want to show you something real quick that was supposed to have released on our website already, and it didn't, from the Forge. I did a quick reel on it when I was at HangCon, and it was basically a set of legs for a rack, okay? And so let me show you that real fast because I'm going to set it up out here in the snow for you so you can see it. You can refer to that reel if you want to, but what happened was we made 50 sets of these legs for the website, and the Postal Service can't find them. So we're making 50 more sets right now, but basically it's just a set of legs for the current rack, and it will fit any of the racks, but I made it specifically for this long rack so that you'd have a set of legs that you could carry that are the same length as the rack, and you could carry them in the same bag as your racks if you want to. I carry mine in the bottom of my food bag, my Dyneema food bag, so that I can cook a fish, cook a squirrel, something like that if I want to, if I'm not making just add water type meals like Pathfinder provisions, okay? So we'll set this up real quick. It's pretty simple. All you do with this is you take the leg and you kind of squeeze it together. You drop it in the corners here just like this. You drop it down with the bend toward the front of the rack, and it sits like this. So it rests on a shelf right here when it goes in the ground, okay? We'll set it up on the ground here and show you what it looks like. Once you get those legs in, all you have to do is just push them forward to lock them just like that. And just put that thing in the ground at whatever height you want. You can push it into the ground, into the mud if you need to, but that thing's plenty sturdy to cook on top of for a skillet, for a bush pot, whatever you want to cook on top of that, or even raw meat. Now again, these rack legs are not on our website right now because they were lost to the Postal Service. We're making 50 more sets of them right now, and they should be there next week sometime, I would think, okay? But it'll be soon. Now, to go with that, recently we came out with a new stove, all right? Real quick, I think I've already done a video on the stove as well, but I've got it right here in my bag, and I used it quite a bit this last week at HangCon, or week before last at HangCon. It just comes in a black box. It's a generic stove with no markings on it whatsoever, and it's isobutane, or you can put an adapter on it and use propane, but it works fantastic. It's got an igniter on it. We had the black container made. It was orange. We had all the labeling taken off of it, so it was a generic stove that we could sell at a really, really good price, retail only. And I think the price of this thing is like $14 or $15.99. It's very, very cheap, and it works very, very well. So I'm also trying to get some of that stuff on the site for you guys that is very, very affordable. That will be retail only. And that's what you have to kind of realize when you're talking about business. And I think it's something that a lot of people don't understand, is that when you buy a product and you're going to retail that product only, then you can mark it up to whatever your business model is. If that's 50%, it's 50%, and sell it and make your margin. If you plan to wholesale that item to someone else, then it has to be marked up more than that because that seller needs to make money as well. So that's where the combination of markups comes in, and that's where things get higher priced, okay? So when people say things like, well, he put his logo on it, so he marked it up a ton, that's not necessarily the case, okay? It may be that it's a wholesale item, and it had to be marked up so that that retailer at the end of the game could make his money at the MSRP. That's how business works. Unfortunately, when you have to bring in 2,000 of something at a time, you can't rely always on being able to retail only those items. Now, we did make that decision with the initial run of carbon steel skillets, and we sold 2,500 of those things just like a shot. That doesn't mean it's going to happen the next time around, okay? But we marked them up the first time just enough to sell them retail. We weren't planning on wholesaling them. In the future, I'm not sure what's going to happen. We have more of them coming in now. We'll probably try to retail at least one more shipment before we decide we're going to wholesale that skillet as well. So keep your eye out for that in the future. Again, not now, but in the next few months, okay? Okay, so let's talk about an ultralight product real quick, okay? Because most of what we've been talking about so far has been the heavier traditional stuff or the forged goods that we make out here at the Pathfinder School, Pathfinder Forge and Tool, and the stove that we sell on our website currently. I want to show you another product I found at HangCon that I was really piqued my interest and I thought was really cool, and I think you'll like it too. And it's a cottage maker per se. He's a fairly big manufacturer, but he's going to be able to manufacture them for the Pathfinder website. So I want to show them to you, all right? So this product is called the Quillo, all right? That's the name of it, the Quillo. And what's on top of it now is just a snap-on pillow cover that is removable, made out of nylon, so you can use that as a pillow cover if you're going to use this for a pillow. And it is a pillow, but the reason it's called a Quillo is because it's folded up inside, and it's actually a full-size down quilt, okay? You can see how big this thing is. And the part here that you fold up inside to make the pillow actually turns into a foot box. So you can put your feet in this to keep them warm, pull the quilt over top of you, and it's a full-size quilt. This thing's like 80 some inches long, so it's a full-size quilt. You can pull it clear up over you if you want to, all right? And it is a beautiful piece of work. This one is OD green and brown. This will be the color that we sell on our website. And all you do with this is you flip this inside out, just like this. You flip that pillow sleeve inside out, and then the entire thing just kind of folds in thirds and rolls up inside that to make the pillow. And then you can slip the pillow sleeve over the top of it, or you can just stuff the whole thing in your backpack, depending on how you wanted to use this. But I thought it was a very ingenious idea. It's something I'd never seen before. It's something that's very usable 2 to 3 seasons here in Ohio, especially 2 seasons for sure. It's very lightweight and convenient. It's something you can carry that's multifunctional in your backpack, especially if you're hammock camping and things like that. And I thought it was great. So I'm working with this manufacturer, not only on this product, but a couple others to bring to Self-Reliance Outfitters as well. And again, once you're done, you can roll that thing up into a pillow, put it in the pillowcase that comes with it if you want to, and you're ready to rock and roll. Very, very nice piece of gear. Again, made in the USA. And that's what I'm trying to do this year is I'm trying to curate a lot of really good products that are made in the USA and bring them to our website and then outsource from other countries as well. And you're going to see a lot of that in 2025. So bear with me and stay with me because good things are coming for sure. Okay, so something else I want to show you real quick in the ultralight realm, okay? And I don't bring products to my site before I test them. And that's why I used this Quillo the whole time I was down in Florida, because I wanted to test it and make sure I was going to like it, and I do. The other thing I showed you guys on a video while I was traveling was this food bag to hold the heat in when you're cooking a just add water meal, like a Pathfinder Provision, okay? And this is made by the same maker that makes our current Dyneema products. And we'll have this on our website shortly. Again, it's not there yet, all right? It's something I wanted to test and see if I liked it, see how durable it was and how it worked. And it works fantastic. I've used it at least 6 or 7 times now on the road, and I love it. So I keep this in my food bag as well, and it will be coming to our website as well, again, US made. All right, guys, listen, that wasn't meant to be really a sales pitch. It was more meant to show you some of the new things that I'm looking at bringing to our site so that you have more of a one-stop shop when you're buying gear, and also to let you know that I do concentrate a lot of effort to try to find US-made products. But with US-made products comes a higher price, so you have to be prepared for that as well if you want to buy US-made. However, we're going to do a lot of things in the future here. I wanted to get this video out to you as an update really quick because I hadn't had a chance to shoot much video. I'm getting ready to go into the teaching season beginning in March, and then it's going to be back-to-back slam classes for me because our class schedule is almost full at this point right now anyway. I also have several trips overseas I have to make this year. We'll talk about all of that stuff more in the future, and I'll try to get some videos out for you in the next couple of weeks while I've got some downtime before my next class. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your support. I thank you for everything that you do for our school, for our family, and for our business, for all of our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends, and I'll be back with another video as soon as I can, guys. Thanks.